Next on stage, from my home region and the home of the next NACA Convention, Houston 2020, finally, our Regional Vice President, Mr. Andrew Lebovich.
Thank you, Trish. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, it's my honor to be able to introduce the Archie League Medal of Safety Award winner for the Southwest region, and I'm deeply touched by the amount of purple and teal I see in the room this evening. Air traffic controllers must always be vigilant, as emergencies can occur in an instant. To experience one during a shift is uncommon, but to experience two at the same time is exceptionally rare. On February 15th of this year, our brother from Houston TRACON, Mike Schawinsky, had that rare experience. Mike was working the San Jacinto satellite position at TRACON. The weather was IFR with low ceilings. November 1221 uniform, a Cessna 172, was having trouble flying headings and maintaining altitude, and was ultimately unable to execute an RNAV approach into Ellington Field just southeast of downtown Houston. Mike declared an emergency for the aircraft and initiated vectors towards Shoals Field in Galveston along the coast, where reports indicated better weather conditions. While Mike was focused on assisting the pilot of November 1221 uniform, another Cessna, November 733 Zulu Zulu, which was doing practice approaches in the area, appeared to experience a fire on the flight deck. Without skipping a beat, Mike deftly provided assistance to the pilot, finding the nearest airport with VFR conditions and issuing a clearance to that same Galveston airport. Please play the video.
Two on uniform approach, clearance canceled, sir. Turn left heading 100, climb and maintain 3000.
Turning left 100, 3000. Center 1221 uniform, I'll take Galveston. 2 uniform.
2 on uniform, yes sir. We'll give you vectors. You're clear to the Galveston Airport via radar vectors direct. You can expect the visual approach. Fly heading 120, just maintain 3000.
120, 3000, 2 on uniform.
Galveston, San Jack information. There is going to be an inbound emergency aircraft, November 1221 uniform, if you scroll way out.
Okay, I see him.
He is having problems flying the aircraft. It seems like possible physiological reasons or maybe an inexperienced pilot.
Okay, you don't want to try someplace closer to him?
No, the weather conditions are all bad over here, okay. and he can't fly an instrument approach.
I will have the runway lights up all the way for him.
Appreciate it, sir.
All right, see you.
3 Zulu Zulu fly present heading. Just maintain 3000. This will be vectors for the ILS runway 17 right approach to Ellington.
We got an emergency cabin fire up here, we believe. 3 Zulu Zulu.
Number 3 Zulu Zulu, roger. Altimeter 2984 at Hobby. The closest airport I have is Alvin Airport at 11 o'clock and 8 miles. Runway orientation 624, 1,500 feet. I'm not sure if that's going to be acceptable for you or not. Are you able to maintain altitude?
We're able to maintain right now. We're assessing the situation 3 Zulu Zulu.
3 Zulu Zulu, roger.
Okay, for 3 Zulu Zulu, I think we have a fire extinguisher that went off. That was not smoke, so that is our present situation.
3 Zulu Zulu, roger. Just maintain 3000 and fly present heading. What airport would you like to land at, sir?
We can do a visual into Galveston, 3 Zulu Zulu.
3 Zulu Zulu, turn right heading 090. Expect a visual approach, runway 18. This will be vectors to the Galveston Airport.
090, maintain 3000.
November 21 uniform, maintain 3000. The Hobby altimeter 2984, showing you just a little high.
Top of the clouds are about 3,200. 2 on uniform.
2 in uniform. All righty, sir. You can just maintain your present altitude. That'll be fine. If you'd like to climb to 4, we can also accommodate that until we need to descend back into Galveston for the visual approach.
Roger that out. You're okay with that altitude? You need me at 4 or do you need me here?
2 in uniform. You can maintain your present altitude or climb to 4,000. Your discretion. What you're doing there is perfectly fine.
Okay, I'll hang out here at 2 in uniform.
And November 21 uniform, when you get a chance, can you tell me how much fuel remaining you have in minutes or hours?
I got 2 hours, 2.5 hours remaining, 2 in uniform.
A 2-1 uniform, thank you very much, sir. And souls on board, is it just you by yourself, sir?
Me and 3 others.
A 2-1 uniform, I copy that, thank you so much. And November 3 Zulu Zulu, same for you, sir. Can I get fuel and souls on board, please?
Zulu Zulu has 2.5 left and 2 souls on board.
November 3 Zulu Zulu, are you below the clouds?
We're still at the clouds, 3 Zulu Zulu.
A 3 Zulu Zulu, we're going to try and vector you closer into the airport. That might help you out. Turn right, heading 120.
Right to 120 for 3 Zulu Zulu. And approach 3 Zulu Zulu has airport in sight.
A 3 Zulu Zulu cleared visual approach, runway 18, contact Galveston Tower 120.57.
Clear visual 18, contact the tower, 3 Zulu Zulu.
And November 2-1 uniform, just had an aircraft going to Galveston about 6 miles northwest of the airport at 1,700 feet. He was able to see the airport and he's on a visual approach.
I appreciate that, sir. 2-1 uniform.
November 2-1 uniform, if you look off to your left, you'll probably see some pyramids, and the airport's just southwest of those pyramids.
Southwest of pyramids. I'm coming up on the bridge right now, so I'm looking. 2-1 uniform.
2-1 uniform, airport's 12 o'clock and 4 miles.
I have the runway. 2-1 uniform.
2-1 uniform, cleared visual approach, runway 18.
Clear visual 18, 2-1 uniform.
2-1 uniform, you can start your descent and contact Galveston Tower 120.57.
120.57, thanks, sir.
And Galveston, Sanjay.
Galveston?
How we looking?
Okay, he's on deck, taxiing in parking.
He's on the ground.
Yes,
Good day.
clear November 2 in uniform.
Thank you so much, Steve.
All right, so.
So often, maintaining composure is the most critical aspect of our job. On this day, our brother provided a measured and positive connection to 2 pilots in need and guided the 6 souls on board those aircraft to safety. It is precisely this type of performance that makes us all proud to be air traffic controllers. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, please join me in welcoming to the stage my brother from Houston, indeed the home of the 2020 NACA Biennial Convention, Mike Schawinsky, to receive the Archie League Medal of Safety Award for the Southwest region.
Wow, a lot of faces out there. Houston 2020, first and foremost. I'm going to have to apologize right up front. I am not a public speaker, so I just appreciate that. You get a drink from me after this. You know, one thing that I see watching all these events is it's a similar theme. We're all put in a situation we didn't ask for. We do our jobs as expected. And we're never alone. With that, I'd like to thank Anthony Silva, FAC Rep at Houston TRACON. He walked in the TRACON when these events were occurring, sat down right next to me without even second guessing anything, asked me if I needed assistance coordinating with adjacent facilities. So thank you for that. To my left, Dominic Ross, Departure Controller. He diverted aircraft or routed aircraft around my airspace so I could primarily focus on these 2 aircraft. And he did some initial coordinations for me as well. From behind, 2 great supervisors, Don Magley and Dean Hall. They're very instrumental in the process, and even the operations manager, Mike Richardson, was behind and involved in the entire process. I'd like to thank the local safety committee for the review and nomination, as well as Luke Miller for the write-up. I'd like to thank all the controllers back home working the scopes right now so we could be here and attend this event. I'd like to thank my wife for all that you do. It's kind of the hardest job probably in this room is being a controller's wife. So, you look stunning tonight, by the way. I'll say hi to my beautiful little girl back home. She's in bed right now, all my friends and family and anyone else. In closing, this has been a great honor. It's a humbling experience for me. This has also been a great reminder of the amazing job that each and every one of us do every day in and day out, contributing to facilitate the safest and greatest airspace system in the world. Thank you.